What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Hardcore. This is Gen 2, episode 36. Um, been working on, God Dungeons for the last week. I think we're pretty well done with those for the moment. I think I have all the Terran gear. That was like the last one I was working on. And got the Earth Layered Shield out of it. I think I got the pet from it. Let's see here. All this gear. I'm on the Slayer gear right now because, let's see, I've got so I have all of the God gear for the moment and all the weapons. I've not gone into, what is that one called? Totally forgot. I've not gone into the Fire God dungeon yet. I want to get in there at some point, but I haven't got in there yet. And I've kept one of every piece of the main gear. And then I've kept all the gloves. Really, I need to get rid of a bunch of these gloves at some point because I've got way too many. I only need 10 of each, but those are covered. So once we start getting into the really deep into the end game, won't have to worry about that as much. Got plenty of gloves. The problem I'm running into is I'm not getting as much of the jewelry that I need. Like I have 4 of the Guardian rings and 4 of the Warlock rings, but I haven't gotten any of the stuff from the Air God dungeon. And I only have 4 of each of these, so we're going to have to really grind out on those. But those are more for this unhallowed wasteland, and that's a ways out, so I don't really care about getting those totally ground out and collected yet. So I'm just kind of hanging on to them. What I did decide to do is to start working on these Master Slayer tasks. Now, I started doing this in my adventure account. The problem I'm running into there is because I've beaten into the mist, I now have this dark water stuff, and I'm not quite ready to start grinding that out yet. So in the interest of not having to re-roll these all the time, I do have master tasks open, but they're in this Perilous Peaks. So the only thing I have to choose from are these 3, which is fine. I now have some of these Hunter's Rings, which once we actually go through Into the Mist and get the passive slot, that's going to open up the ability to equip these things. That is a very good positive. That also gives you a little bit of Slayer negation and Slayer coin, 10% Slayer coin. Sitting very pretty with the Slayer coin right now. So once I do hit Master Gear, that should let me go. I think it's 1 million a piece though. Yeah. So by the time we get there, there's 39 more tasks to go. I thought I was a little closer. I guess I've only done the one. Problem I ran into is it gave me like 500 of these green dragons to kill right off the bat. And then another 300 of these things, or 350 or something like that. Like, it's just, instead of giving me the nice little small numbers, it's giving me the big ones. So it's going to be a bit of a grind to get through 40 of these tasks, but that is what I'm currently working on. I figure that is a better thing to do before Into the Mist than after. So I'm going to get that Master Slayer gear, because if we make it through Into the Mist and don't die, I want to hit Dark Waters running and be able to, have the Master Slayer gear and just work that down. So that's kind of where we're at and what we're doing. Like I said, I have been doing a lot of the God dungeons. I've got those cleared out. So I now have pets for the air. What am I missing? The Infernal Stronghold. I have the air. I'm missing the Water God, but I did get the Earth God, which this one's a long grind to get, but it gives you some damage reduction. So that's cool. And then we still have the Fire God, and then, of course, the other stuff to get here. But let's see, item-wise. Let's see what we got item-wise, because I'm pretty well cleared. I know I have a lot of items to get, but I'm not really going for a completion on this account, which I want to talk about that. I keep forgetting I tease it, and then I don't ever talk about it. I think I've gotten all the gear out of it, at least one item from all the gear out of these dungeons. I did get some bank slots, so we are rolling in bank slots now. What do we get, 100? And I've gotten like 7 of them now or something. So I've had really good luck with bank slots. Let's see, I did get the pet. I got Marahoot. He popped along somewhere. That is the ranged preservation, so that's cool. Let's see, we got the Terran God pet. We got some bank slots. I've been doing a lot of fishing and cooking and fishing, whatever you want to call it, just to keep the stores of my food up. And I've been doing, was it this one? Maybe not. I don't remember. the synergy with the I've been trying to stick with, what is it, this synergy over here. I think I did this one on this account too. You get a 75% chance to receive an extra fish as cooked when you fish, which is nice, but the only downside to that is it gives you uncooked or non-perfect. So I've got a little store of these. I figured having those running and getting that at the same time is not going to hurt anything. It just gives me extra food to fall back on in case this runs out for some reason, which I'm working to not let that happen. I don't really know what to do tonight, so I just kind of tossed it on cooking. Um, I did work up a lot of runes. Like I had 400,000 of those. Let's see, we got a million fire. I've been using this synergy here, which creates fire runes while you're doing elemental runes, and some of these spells are pretty hungry on what is it, ancient magic. These things use water, so these are pretty hungry spells. So I've been trying to keep up on the havocs and the ancients, as well as whatever I've been using, and the fire ones we'll use a lot of later. So having a bunch of those isn't going to hurt. Let's see. So that's kind of where we've been and where we are. The whole completion thing. I know I've mentioned this before, and I just wanted to kind of, I guess, put the final nail in this coffin because I keep meaning to explain it and I just don't quite get there. The reason I was looking at completion on this account on hardcore was the Steam achievements that were there at the time that I started the game. I want to say you had to go through like Into the Mist or something like that. You had to do all the pets. Like there was standard achievements and then there was hardcore achievements. And currently, the way things work today, the hardcore achievements stop once you've beaten the Fire God dungeon. So that's it. That's all. There's no more hardcore achievements. Everything else is, leveling up all your Slayer and getting all your non-combat skills, things like that. No big deal. What I was looking at before is if it was like it was, I'm pretty sure, because it's been a while since I've looked at it, but now that I have seen that they've changed things, it's really reduced the amount of effort I want to put into this account. And I'm down to 3 achievements left, which is full mastery completion, which I'm working on my standard account, full pet completion, which again, standard account, and which I need to do the new event. There's some pets there. And then there's full completion, which means I get those other 2 done. I get the final one. So I'm working towards that, and I'm really working on my standard account to get all of the mastery stuff done. And that account's been around for over a year, so it's taken a very, very long time to get there. And I'm going to do all the mastery stuff now and then work on the end game final boss event stuff later. But because of that, I don't have to worry about all those masteries on this account. And because there's only one that needs it, I'm good. So what I plan on doing, like say cooking, if I leave this at 95%, all food will heal for 10% bonus, 10% extra. So where I would have probably driven this down to say 50% to have my preservation and not worried about the healing, now I'm not so much worried about the completion part. I'm going to spend my mastery above 95%, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to drop it down. Like fire making on, running this out and getting these all up to full mastery is a ridiculous grind. Is it helpful? I mean, it gives you a little bit of extra mastery XP along the way, but I don't find that I'm going to need that with this account. Same thing with adventure. I mean, a lot of these non-combat skills I don't care about. I don't need mining as much or smithing. I don't need to worry about getting Dragonite at 15% chance of obtaining 2 ore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to have all those extra little bonuses and benefits. I don't care. I don't need these all at 99 mastery. I'll be doing a lot of rune essence. Now, of course, the game may change. We're supposed to get like level 120 and all this stuff, which reminds me, I think somebody wanted to see the virtual levels. Turn those on. So there we are. So we're just a little bit over 100 in pretty much everything. Fishing's way up there, of course. Smithing's way up there. Farming, obviously, this one's going to be way high because it's always going. But in case you're wanting to see those, I think I meant to turn those on a while back and I forgot. But that's where the virtual levels are. for this character. The other thing I wanted to run through is astrology. And to fully get through the completion thing, that's where I'm going to leave things. Is like I'm going to leave this at 95% mastery for thieving, because it leaves me a chance to, it leaves me 100 thieving, so that it makes it easier to thieve off of these guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to worry about trying to get everything, all the masteries up to 99. I'm going to leave everything where it's in a good place, to where if I need the skill, I can use it and get the items or whatever I need, the doubling, the interval reduction, stuff like that, like fletching. If I let this thing go to 95%, I'll reduce my fletching interval by 0.2. So if I need to do a lot of fletching, that'd be handy to have. So that's what I'm getting at with the whole mastery stuff. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to definitely spend my mastery. I don't want to just burn it and waste it, but I'm not going to really stress over keeping these moving as far as I will on my standard account. So to let that one lie. Now, when I did my video about astrology, I mentioned that I now have all of I'm fully done with this one. Like, I have all the masteries in here, complete. The only reason I would ever run this, like, the masteries are done, so there's no benefit to running this. The only reason I would ever run this is to collect the Stardust to redo any of these. And some of these may or may not be that good. Like, I have chance for double items in farming and farming yield. I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, I haven't looked at this in a long time. We have some accuracy rating here, as opposed to the hidden attack levels. A little bit of this. These are all the same, so I'm happy that they're the same at least. Double items in fishing, reduce the fishing interval. That's always good. Fishing takes a long time. Let's see. We got a bunch of accuracy. See, I got all the accuracy in here. Melee strength bonus. This will be accuracy. A little bit of healing, a little bit of lifesteal. I'm not going to quibble about some of these. Ranged levels. We did get some ranged levels there, some ranged accuracy. But this is all a bonus. Of course, we got, actually, I think this is how my adventure count is. I got accuracy and magic for these. So that's cool. A little bit of magic accuracy down here. Let's see, what do we get here? Thieving mastery, which is cool. A little bit of gold from thieving, some agility gold, thieving gold. Yeah, whatever, no big deal. Let's see, accuracy, hidden defense, got that. Actually, these are all 5 too. Slayer skill XP, I could probably switch that one out to something, but that's going to take a lot of Stardust to get that to something else worthwhile. At least 15 to change it. You know what I mean? So that's going to take a grind to get that. But damage to Slayer area monsters, I'm pretty happy with this, because that's an extra what? God, my math is terrible. 12%, something like that. Damage to Slayer area monsters. So that's going to be really helpful when we come up on this grind that we're about to get. Let's see here. Preserve prayer points. That's cool. More accuracy. This one went really hard on the accuracy, but then I've got crafting mastery. So that's kind of useless unless I go through and get the Stardust. And then the last one here is doubling items in summoning herb lore, preserving stuff, summoning interval. I think I'd really like to have this one with summoning interval or something, maybe herb lore interval, but it's just not worth the effort. So when I look at this, I mean, I have, where's my accuracy? I have 58% accuracy and then a little bit of hidden levels on here. So I'm not going to quibble about this thing. I mean, I could spend a lot of time working on it, but I also have a lot of end game to go farm out. I guess if I get bored someday, I'll switch out and do that. But that's where this account is on astrology. And like I said, it's fully leveled out. There is nothing I can do besides just let it run in the background and do nothing for me. I would rather put my effort into banking more runes or cooking more fish or fishing stuff up, getting more prayer points. You know what I mean? I'd take 2-3 million prayer points. I wouldn't care. I'd love to have a nice, decent bank of all this stuff sitting here rather than work on this. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing here. I do miss not having this passive slot. I really want to push into the mist, but after thinking things through, I think I want to get this done, get this Slayer upgrades all done, because if I make it through into the mist, then like I said, I open up another bunch of monsters that I don't really want to fight. But if I do that now and get it done, I have gear ready to go on the other side of Into the Mist. So really want to get that done, or at least pretty well maneuvered towards done. May do some grinding on the actual god dungeons again. Bank slots are always welcome. I do have some gear to get. I have got some amulets to get and stuff. I don't know how much I want to push all that, or where I want to put Into the Mist into this mix. Into the Mist is going to be very challenging on this account, because it's hardcore, and if you die, you're done. So I want to give that one a good enough shot. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That will do it for this episode. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.